Hi guys, thank you and welcome for tuning in to another review by the TF Customizer, which is myself. And here to show you all, I did do a video of this originally, but sadly, for some reason, the audio and the video wasn't marrying up correctly. We have Studio Series Mixmaster, part of the, if I just move the camera a little bit as well, part of the Studio Series that is coming out slowly but surely. We're still just currently waiting for overload at the moment. So we do have Studio Series Scrapper and also Scavenger to review. Sorry that my reviews or my videos have been a bit slow. Obviously, currently under the situation with the dreaded COVID virus, we have been caught up in a situation where obviously my family priorities have taken over, as I mentioned in a previous video. Now, this guy, I'm not going to say he is the best figure to transform. He's definitely the most poseable out of all of the Constructicons that have been released so far. So we've seen Rampage, we've seen Scrap Metal, we've seen Hightower and Long Haul. This is my review of the Studio Series Mixmaster. So what we're going to do is let's get into this. So we're going to go from robot form into his vehicle mode. Now, if anybody who doesn't know, there is a third-party company called Devil Savior. They're releasing their version of the Revenge of the Fallen Devastator called the Troublemaker, and their Mixmaster is absolutely awesome. However, I can't afford the £130 price for that figure alone. So I settled with the Studio Series, and to be quite honest, I really like them. The moulding's great, the transformation's great, very, very technical in a lot of things. This, however, doesn't have a cannon form, unlike its previous Voyager counterpart. Now, let's get into the transformation of this. Now, it is a pain in the backside to transform, I am not going to lie. So what we want to do is that you want to take the legs, straighten these out, and then fetch them round so they are completely straight, like so. The mixer will be his feet, so you'll see that shortly when we do come to that stage. And that is pretty much it for the legs. A lot of people are probably thinking already, it's like, well, it's not that much of a problem. Trust me, the arms, like Rampage's arms and like Hightower's legs, are the most awkward that I've ever had to transform. It's just like its Voyager counterpart. So we need to take this off and make sure that this stretches out like so, and then move the mixing barrel out of the way, because what we're going to do is that we're going to take this one now and fetch that round just like so, and then the other mixer does peg into it. Like I said, it is very, very difficult to do. So there you go, you have to spin that all the way round. I've had to transform this thing a couple of times before I've done a review on it, and if you can see just here, there is actually a little gap where this peg needs to slot into, and it is not the easiest. Another thing that I've also wrote to Hasbro about is my Studio Series Mixmaster doesn't peg correctly, so this is going to be a pretty awkward review for everybody. So I do apologise for if there's any like hissing or cussing, you know. So move those out of the way. Now that you've got the barrel, put the exhausts up at the top. So there's the smoke pipes. Then you want to take this and ratchet it all the way down. So you've got this here, like so. And it should kind of look like this. And then this will flip up like so. shortly, so you'll see that in a moment. I'm quite surprised that for some reason the legs don't completely peg together. There's only one peg for the legs, and that is just there, right there, where the feet are. That is the only point in which these legs, these two, peg together, and that is it. So, I mean, this is still, as you can see, it still moves around, it's still on pegs, so it's only that one. So there you go, that pegs in there, like so. Oh, great, someone's drilling while I'm trying to do a video. Fantastic. And then we're going to start working on the Mixmaster mixing bucket. So you need to make sure that all this here is completely straight. So this is the fuel tank. And then we're going to do the same again as what we did on the other side. You need to move this mixing bucket, flip that, and then that goes all the way around like so. So you've got this sort of contraption, and there you go. That's where it pegs in, that's where it slides. There's a little bit here just behind the wheel, which is very, very fiddly, because when you're transforming it into the other modes, that tends to come unpegged really, really easily. Now, here we go. We've got the... Just need to get my other arm involved. Move that out of the way. You see there? Comes undone really, really easy. So you pull that back like so. And then we need to get these bits, as you saw. There you go. That's another bit what unclips really easy. The actual mixing bucket. So mine doesn't clip perfect like I mentioned, but I'm going to try and get it as near damn it for you. I am waiting a replacement coming from Hasbro. So there we go. I need to get that in there, that in there, and then that literally just seats in like so when it decides to bend in. There we go. Take this peg, the little peg, goes... Just need to take it off the screen just for a moment, because this other peg just here is really, really fiddly, and to be quite honest, I would rather not damage it anymore than the problems I have been having with it. So, and there we go, that's it. So you have to be really careful, because the pegs are so tiny. And I have got a stress on one of mine already. So there we go, that's that. So one side of Mixmaster should look like so. Now you've got to pull this around, and then just here there should be another peg where that hole is, onto the leg. And like I said, I've had countless problems with mine. So there's a peg at the front as well, just behind where I said that fuel tank was. Move the feet out of the way, because the feet don't need to get involved just yet. And then just here there is another hole I need to try and get in. There we go. So that's it, that's what I mean. There's a bow just there. My pegs are actually out of line on my Mixmaster. I have actually sent photos over to Hasbro and what have you. So best thing to do would be just to leave that loose just for the time being. Like I said, I don't want to damage it any more than what Hasbro have already done for me. It's not a diss at Hasbro, it's just like I think sometimes the quality forgets to be checked on some of these studio figures. So here we go, getting the other arm in again. And as you can see, there's a little peg slot here inside the mixer. And then this one needs to peg. There's a really, really tight peg fit in here. And if you're not careful, it has been reported that this little peg just clearly snaps off. That's where I've already got a stress mark on one of mine. So we want to pull that round, pull that in, just push that out a little bit if you can't get it all the way in. And there we go, and that's pegged in. This side is probably the only side what pegs correctly. And then we've got to twist that round, bring this around here, like so. And then again, there's that little peg where the bucket, the fuel tank is. That peg's in there, like so. The other peg on the other side does line up with great difficulty, like that. It's not the easiest figure to transform, like I say. And then it's the pegs here. Because one side doesn't line up properly on my Mixmaster, it creates difficulty there. There we go. So that's that done. That's that done. That goes there. These two bits here, these actually go all the way up. Because Adam's done it wrong, you know, that's a great start to a review video. You see what I mean? There. It will not hold at all in the slightest. So these feet need to go up like so. They would go in there like that. Like I said, I'm going to transform it the best for you. It's not the best review video, I'm sorry. However, everything does peg in correctly when it goes into its Devastator mode, which is quite odd when it goes into its head mode. So there we go. That's that. I'm actually wondering if... Oh, that's why. Duh. That's my bad. My bad. My bad. Right, let me just pull this foot down. Move that one out of the way. Put you under there. You go under there and seat there like that. You clip into there again with great difficulty. You go into there. You go into there. You can also peg back in there if you will. Please. Please. Come on. Just play ball. Now. So, it's just... I really do need to get this sorted. Really do. I can't wait for my new one to turn up. It's kind of sad because I was really looking forward to getting all my Constructicons on the shelf together. I'm nearly there and I'm like kind of a step back with Mixmaster. So there we go. So it's that side. This side here, or doesn't peg in correctly, never has done. But other than that, so there we go. That's Mixmaster. There's his bucket, his mixer, mixer drain. As you can see, it's not level because of the pins what don't connect properly. They're just slightly out of line. Let's pull that back up. And I mean, when they're out of line, I mean, they're ever so slightly. So, there we go. That is Mixmaster. It shouldn't have been as difficult as what I made it out there. And like I said, it is purely just because my pins do not connect together on one side properly. They're just, I think they're out by literally a millimetre. But that millimetre does make a hell of a lot of difference with the transformation of the bucket in the arms. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to go from this over to Devastator head mode. So you literally just split the bucket, move this out of the way, move that out of the way. So all this garbage here needs to be down. Lift that up. Split this one as well, if you can. Lift that up. Then the arms and legs need to be completely away from the body. The bucket comes out like so, dips inwards, and then this one goes in, and literally all this does is just rest like so. And when you've done it, just need to take it off screen again, just very, very briefly. And then always one piece of this bucket what really doesn't want to play ball with me, and it's because of these pins. It's not an excuse. I mean, it really is a genuine upset for me. And then what we do, just need to put the leg back in. So literally all you do is this comes up, that comes up, this opens up here. Again, that comes undone. And then you take the cockpit. All the cockpit does is literally just pulls off. And then you lift the top up, move the exhaust to the side like so, and then there's two bits here what just flap open like that, and then you can pull. Devastator's head is on a double ratchet, so it does need a bit of gentle persuasion when you're doing it. There we go. So that's that. And then there's two bits here inside the Devastator head. Just fling those open. There's two bits what clip just either side of the mirrors here. So put that in. Did you hear it peg then? Pull the jaw down like so. And then you can fetch this back down. If it'll come back down, that is. Don't think it actually comes back down if I think about it. Yes, it does. Hang on. That's where the clips are. Sorry. There we go. Now it's pegged in. There we go. So that's Devastator's head. And then all we do is that we literally just take the bucket and it opens up like so. This is the way that I'm going to have it, because these fan out a lot more than what they are in the on the instructions. So you can, I have seen people have connected it a lot better with its mixer mode than what is shown. Now I believe that they had it like this. Like some people had it like down, some people had it down, but I'm just going to show you the very, very basic of it. There we go. These will actually connect to Scavenger, and that is pretty much it. Literally all you do is that you just rest the bucket open like that on the instructions, and that is pretty much it for the Devastator head mode. So it's just open like so. Obviously there's the pins to connect it together to Scavenger. There's also this bit right here. This connects here. Let's move these out of the way. I mean, I don't know how people have actually done it then, where the mixer is, let's pull that further away, and then this, like so. There we go. Put that under there, like so. And that is pretty much it for the head. So getting it from the head mode now to its robot form again is also very, very easy. So all we do is the truck cover that was pegged. You'd literally just set that aside, sort his head out first. So unclip it from the side parts that we did earlier. Like I said, it's on a double ratchet, so it is really nice to have something on a double ratchet. I like the idea of a double ratchet. So put those in, and then we'll put those in there, sit the head back in, close this, close the jaw, and literally all that does is it just clips on into 2 pegs like so. Split all this open again, flip it round, open it all the way. There we go. And then, then there's a clip there. Fetch this all the way down. Split the legs open. Fetch the exhausts up like so. Fetch his head down. So he's like that. So these go like this. So there's his legs. Same for this side. There's his other leg. So like that. And then you've got all the mashings to deal with on the arms yet again. So unpeg the wheels on either side, just there, like so. And then this spins all the way around and flips over. I've done the arms quite a number of times, as you can tell, because I've been putting him into different poses and all kinds of things. So like that. Same with this side. Literally, you just flip this all the way around and then close it up like so. Put that down. Put that there. How I usually have him stood is one arm there. I pull this down a little bit, and I have him looking like so. I mean, this is how I usually have him on my shelf. Fetch this one back up like so. So I have that like that. So he's kind of crouched. Then I have this arm down here so that his fingers add additional support. Put that one flat like so. And then that is it. That is back into his robot form. So that is, I mean, he's quite a big, like, chunky figure. He's not as big as Overload is going to be. I mean, we still haven't got Overload yet in the UK. I'm just waiting for it to appear online, and then I'm just going to buy that. We've also got, I mean, we have got Scavenger. I think the next one on the cards will be Scavenger. then followed up by Scrapper, because he's been absolutely amazing. And then I think we'll be done after Overload. So that is it. That is my review of the Studio Series Mixmaster. It is a great figurine, absolutely fantastic. I have no issues with it, other than that mine doesn't peg in correctly, which is really, really sad. But I have got a new one on its way, and I mean, I really like him. For me, him and Hightower so far are the best Constructicons that I own. Scrapper, he's also a little bit fiddly, like with his scoops and the bit what comes from the scoop to make his arm. I mean, Scavenger's really not all that rocket science either. He's actually a really great figure. I mean, they are all really, really good. I haven't got one bad thing realistically to say about any of the Constructicons that are being released in the Studio Series. For me, personally, I think that they are the best figurines so far in the Transformers Studio Series. So that, for me, is a must to get Overload. But when he's available, I'm gonna buy that shit and do a review on him. So I have got some other videos coming up, some talk on customs and show you some work that I've been doing, and also there'll be some more reviews and a showing of some repaints of the Dinobots from the Bayverse series of films. So thank you very much for watching. This is Mixmaster. You can pick this guy up for pretty much anywhere for 30 bucks. He's a great figure, gets a thumbs up from me, and yeah, I mean, I can't wait to get my hands on Overload and basically sharing with you, because it needs to be done. So that is me out. Thank you very much for tuning in. That is my review of the Studio Series Mixmaster. The next review that I will be doing will be the Studio Series Scavenger and the Studio Series Scrapper. I haven't really decided actually which order to do it. I might do a Scrapper. Seems not a lot of people have seen him. And there's also going to be a review of the G2 Talon from the Predator line of the Decepticons. And yeah, so look forward to that. Peace out. Thanks for tuning in, and catch you all guys in a bit.